Hello, everyone. Happy Monday evening. I wanted to hop on here and I've got this book. I'm in the mood to color a little bit at Halloween. And today I've had some dealings with Amazon and they're really trying to, bring forth the Karen. Um, and I'm not a Karen. That is my name, but I try not to be a Karen. But Amazon is really pushing my buttons today. So I thought I would hop on here, do a little bit of coloring therapy, and I feel like I want to color this picture of Frankie right here because this is pretty much the expression that I had on my face while I was talking to the friendly customer service at Amazon. So, yeah, I'm going to use my, what are these? Oh, whatever these are. I have these. What are these? The Guane, whatever those are, acrylic markers. We've got a whole bunch of those over there. I'm going to work on this page and we're just going to talk. And while we talk, I don't have orange juice tonight, but we're going to crack open this root beer. It's nice, frosty cold. It's 101 degrees outside. I wasn't able to work today, and I'm not going to be able to work tomorrow because I have been suffering from a migraine. And it's not your typical migraine that I can pretty well catch in advance and stop it before it gets too bad. This one got really bad, and I ended up having to go to the doctor, and I had to get a good old injection of Toradol. Uh, so that I'm still having some of the effects. My vision has cleared up, but my head is still sore. So I don't know if any of you have had migraines, but they're not the most pleasant thing in the world. So yeah, I went and got that, and I'm feeling a little bit better. I did sleep a little bit this afternoon. Um, so I thought I would come in here, just take a deep breath, crack open a cold one, color, talk to my friends, because I know everything I'm going to say, somebody out there is going to understand. So I don't know if y'all have seen the new Mythagoria book, Cottage Gore. Somebody flipped through, and I've been watching for it, and they said that it was going to be available um, at My Books A Million on release date. So I got online, and sure enough, they said it was in stock. So when I got off work, now this is a roundabout way. I am going to get to my Amazon story. But when I got off work, I went into Books A Million and I looked around and I did not see the book anywhere. And there was a worker there, and I asked him if he could point me in the direction. And he said, I've never heard of that book. I don't think we have it. So I pulled it up on my Books A Million app, and I showed him the book, and I showed him that it said it was in stock, and he said, okay, let me get someone else. So he went and got this other little girl, and she came over there, and she said, oh yeah, that book, yeah. So she's looking and she can't find it, and she said, well, since you have it pulled up on your phone, can I scan it? And I said, sure. So she scans it, and she says, oh yeah, we have that in stock. We have 3 copies. And I said, okay, I would like to have one of them. And so she looks in the exact same places that I've already looked, and it's not there. And she said, oh, I think it might be on my cart. So she goes and looks on her cart that she was stocking from, and it wasn't there. And then she said, well, let me go look in the back. I think it may be in the back. So she went to the back and she came back and she said, I'm sorry. I think that might be a glitch in our system. We can't locate that book. And I said, okay. And she said, is there any other book I can help you with? And I said, no, ma'am, I have everything else here that I want. I don't see anything else I need right now. But thank you very much. And I'll just order it online. She said, okay. And I thanked her for her time, and she thanked me, and I went on my merry way. And I came home and I looked on Amazon, and they had the book in stock and it was ready to ship. So I was like, okay. And I had some other things in my cart that I've been wanting. So I just went ahead and placed an order. And being the good, you know, Amazon customer that I am, I selected the shipment to where it all ships together. They're not just going to ship me this piece and that piece. They're going to put it all together, and I'm going to get it on this certain date, and it's all going to come together. And because I did that, I get to have a $3 online reward that'll be applied to my next purchase. Okay, so I ended up probably ordering, I think there was maybe a total of 11 items. There were some markers and a couple more books that I have been waiting on. And I ordered me one of those fancy little things, the little vortex shakers, because everybody else has one. Why shouldn't I? So I ordered that. And I placed my order, and they said, "Oh, it will be here on Sunday." So, I'm anticipating getting this book because I'm really looking forward to it. I have all the other ones, and so I thought, okay. So uh, I had to work Sunday, so I called my husband and I said, "Did my book come?" And he said, "No, nothing's came." So I looked online, and it said that it had been delayed. And so I got to reading more, and it said that they had tried to deliver it, and they were unable to deliver it uh, due to there being a dog present. Now, yes, I have two dogs. I have a tiny little Yorkie, and I have a schnauzer, a miniature schnauzer. They both live inside the house. They never go out in my front yard. They do go out in my backyard, but they're never out in the front. I can't see that there was any danger of my dogs for any delivery person that had tried to deliver anything. And it said on there that I could put in further instructions on where they could safely deliver my stuff, and they would be glad to try again. So I put a note in there that they could deliver it to my front porch, and I do have a table on my front porch, a little table, and that's where I usually have stuff placed. My husband is here at home, so I don't really worry about porch pirates. So um, yeah, so I put that on there, and I also put in there that I did not see them attempt to make a delivery. We have security cameras on my house, and it shows everything. It shows cars going down the road, it shows the neighbor's cat in the yard, um, shows everything. So I did not see a delivery driver come to my house. So I'm pretty sure that no one tried to deliver my packages. So I didn't call, didn't do anything. So Monday today, I was expecting the packages, and I got up and went to the clinic and got my injection for my headache and came home. And while I was at the clinic, I got a notification, and it said that they had made a second attempt to deliver my packages, and they were unable to be delivered. So I called my husband. I said, "Has anything been delivered?" He looked and he said no. And he looked on the cameras and he said, "There's nothing showing on the cameras." So when I got home, I just, I don't know. I couldn't let it go. I kept stewing about it and stewing about it. So, of course, they don't have a customer service phone number. You can talk to their AI chat bot, and they will help you, with their little generic questionnaires that they'll try to help you. And if I wanted a refund, I could apply for a refund. All this mess. No, I don't want that. I want the book. And at this point, I'm thinking that somewhere somebody doesn't want me to have this book because I couldn't get it at Books a Million, and now Amazon is doing their part. So anyway, my husband finally found a number online, a phone number, and he called. And I did get to speak to a person, and I explained everything to her, and she was very kind and very sweet. And she said, "Well, it looks like and we now have, we have a distribution center in the city, not the city I live in, but I only live like 5 minutes from from Fort Smith. I'm just going to say Fort Smith because, I mean, you drive out of one into the other one. And we do have an Amazon distribution center there. And the girl said, "Oh, I can see your items. They're all still in the distribution center and they have not been marked as out for delivery." And I said, "Okay, well, why am I getting these messages then that they couldn't um, deliver my packages because of a dog?" And she said, "Oh, I don't know. I don't understand, but I do see, that your order has been delivered and it's at the distribution center and it's waiting for them to mark it as out for delivery." And she said, "Because you're having such a problem with this, I will expedite this." And she went over the list of things that I had in the order, and I said, "Yes, yes, that's, all of that. That's fine." So she said, "Well, you should have it tonight by 8 o'clock." So I said, "Okay." Thanked her, got off the phone, and I kept waiting and I kept checking for an update on the Amazon app, and it still said unable to deliver. Finally, though, they updated it and they marked three of my items as out for delivery. The rest of them were still marked unable to deliver. So in a little bit, they come and I hear my cameras going off. My husband goes out and looks, and sure enough, they have delivered three of my items. They delivered um, another book that I have been waiting on, not the Mythagoria book, but another book I've been waiting on, and it's one that I'm going to do a dedicated video on because I love it. But they delivered that. They delivered some markers that I've been waiting on, and they delivered. I bought me a new pad like this, but it's different. But I bought that. They delivered those three things. They did not deliver. There's still like 8 items missing. So I just had to let it go. I don't know if I'll get them tomorrow, um, but I'm not calling them back. I don't. I mean, I don't want to aggravate my headache. So I'm almost to the point of breaking up with Amazon. They're good. They're a quick fix if you need retail therapy, but you know, their Prime delivery is not what it used to be. Used to, I could order something, I'd have it the next day, but no, not anymore. So, excuse me, I have to get a drink. So yeah, I I'm still patiently, not so patiently, waiting for my book. Um, and I kind of look like this right now, and I'm not very happy, but it's going to be okay. Um, some reason I'm not maybe supposed to have that book right now, so it's going to come. And I don't know. I'm switching gears here. I don't know if you have any of these stained glass books. This is the first one that I got from this Sin Young, but now I have to have all of them. I love them. They're so fun, and I'm using these acrylic markers in them. This right here for me is mindful coloring. It's just, or mindless coloring. It's just simple. Um, I mean, you don't really even have to think about it. It tells you exactly what to do. Okay, where is it? I know I just seen, the letter E right here. Uh, and this, I mean, it's decent paper for these acrylic markers. They don't bleed through. They're pretty vibrant on there. Um, but yeah, and so how are y'all doing? I hope y'all are having a better start to the week than I'm having. I wasn't really ready to be off work, but when I get a migraine, I got them from my mom. My mom used to have them all the time, and I always get the visual disturbance, and I get the little squiggly lines, kind of blurred vision, very sensitive to light. Sound is not as bad as the light, but yeah, it's. I usually know when I feel one coming on. Usually, when I'm really stressed about something or I'm worried about something, um, that's when I'll get a headache. I don't get it while I'm stressed. I get it afterwards. After whatever I'm worried about um, has passed and I kind of relax, that's when I'll start getting a migraine. And usually when I get one, I kind of have cluster migraines, and I may have two or three in a couple of week period, and then I may not have one for a few months. So yeah, and I think a lot of this one may be, the job, the company switching over, and that's a lot. We're having to learn a new um, computer program, and it's a lot to learn new people. Um, so yeah, this is the kind of um, I just need to relax and not worry. I just need to let it go. And if Amazon brings my stuff, that would be great. I'm really looking forward to getting the little vortex mixer. I saw JI Colorist has one. Um, I mean, it's not nothing to shake these pens up, I guess, but the older I get, the less I want to do that. And if I can just stick this little pen on something that's going to shake it for me, that'd be awesome. So, and that may also help with my head because it doesn't feel that great. My head's sore. When you have a migraine, it makes your head sore for a few days afterwards. I don't even want to touch it on a pillow. It's yeah. So I'm gonna have to touch that up a little bit. So we're gonna color Frankie here. Color a little bit of Halloween. I've been trying to catch up on my buddy colors. I had several this month. I did a few with Stanley Dragon Jr. and Mimi's Coloring Quest. We did some. We're working on a project book together. It's a cute book, and there's their fun pages to color. And then Coloring Gin. I think we have a lot of the same books, and we've colored some. We did an Aladdin page in the Japan Fairy Tales book. Oh my gosh, I thought that page was never going to end. It was a double page, and all the little intricate things. I just finally was like, oh my gosh. But it turned out very cute, and hers turned out really cute. If you don't follow her on Instagram, I think it's Coloring Gin, maybe 1975, I think, but she is super sweet. And then Dawn with Mimi's Coloring Quest, she's also super sweet. And Stanley Dragon is a very, prolific colorist. She turns out some amazing pictures. She's pretty fast too. She can get them colored. Um, So yeah, I'm gonna try to get those caught up on a bunch of stuff while I'm off and resting. Won't be going outside. That's one thing they said is to stay out of the sunlight, and so that's what I'm going to do. Uh, so let's see, K. That's violet, and then I need purple. So we're going to call this one purple. That's one thing about this brand of markers. You have a pretty good range of any color you could want. So, um, yeah. And I will say one thing while I was at Books A Million, I was looking, they were putting out all their new planners, getting ready for next year. And there was one there that caught my eye, and I had to get it because it's something you don't see that much anymore. But I kind of grew up with them, and they had it, and I just went ahead and got it while it was in stock because I didn't want to have to order it and wait and not get it and flim flam and this and that. So I did go ahead and get that. And where is it? And I'll just show it to you right now. It is the Peanuts. It's a coloring planner. It is so cute. It's got every page, it's got all the little characters. It's got the moon phases marked in here and all of the holidays. The first has got a 12-month calendar here, but then when you get into the actual weekly ones, everyone has a page to color. And I just thought that was so cute. And it's got a pocket back here to stick stuff in, and then it's got notes. It's got a 26 and a 28 calendar if you need to look back. But yeah, I went ahead and picked that up, and that's a good size that will fit in my purse, and I can carry it with me. And I'm going to try to um, use that a lot more um, than I used mine this year. I don't know. I used my budget planner, but I didn't use my actual planner. So yeah, that's pretty much how my Mondays went. This month is almost gone. It's almost August, and I'm going to try to do a plans video for August because I've got the coloring buddy colors. I've got some of them planned. I need to get with Erica, the coloring babe, and get us a page picked out in Alien World. She's my Alien World neon buddy. We've made some good progress in that book. So I need to get a page picked out in there so we can get that going. And yeah, I didn't get very far on this page, did I? But it's been really therapeutic for me just to hang out, talk to y'all. I know it's kind of like hanging out with friends. So, yeah, I really like that. I hope y'all got a little something out of this. I'm sure there's people out there that's had the Amazon frustration and Frankie face here trying to deal with them. And I mean, if they're going to have prime delivery, I mean, geez, what's the holdup? There's some people out here, priorities. We need to color. I'm ready to color some cottage gore. So, yeah. Anyway, I will let y'all go. I won't keep you. And thanks for listening and joining me. And I will get Frankie colored up, finished, and I'll probably tack him on to the end of this video. So y'all have a wonderful Monday evening, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye. Love you.